The current state of the job market can be terrifying to look at, but if you are a genuine high achiever, there is nothing you need to worry about. All the risks that you think about, the unemployment statistics or the saturation in whatever field you're trying to get into, let me explain to you why both of those aren't really a risk for a high achiever like you. And it's pretty obvious if you think about it, because even look at something as bad as computer science, which is currently getting a lot of media fire for being replaced by AI and everything like that. The average unemployment rate for undergraduates in general is about 4%, and with computer science, it's nearly 8%, which could sound really bad. It is almost double the average of normal undergraduate degree. Really think about it for a second. You, as a self-identifying high achiever, do you really think that you fall under the bottom 8% for any metric in your degree? Even for something as bad as computer science with an 8% unemployment rate, it's only the bottom 8% of the people who have to worry about that. And I'm not even talking necessarily grades, although that is a factor. It can also just be general drive, general ambition, this kind of stuff that'll actually determine who ends up in that bottom 8% and wastes 4 or 5 years in their degree and doesn't end up getting a job through it. So with unemployment rate, which is a first consideration that a lot of people have, it shouldn't be a concern at all for someone like you. The only people that should be worrying about that are the ones in that bottom 8%, or maybe they're close to it and they're worried they might drop into it. But for you, it's not a consideration at all. And the second risk that a lot of people think they have when they're getting into a degree is saturation. Because tech degrees like computer science, IT, or maybe even other things like finance, business, economics, these degrees do have a lot of people taking them, and there are less jobs available than the number of people taking the degree, which is obviously what causes saturation. For the masses, again, for the average person or below average person who's taking these degrees, this is a consideration, this is a risk for them. But for you, for the high achiever, it's the same thought process as the unemployment rate. You aren't the kind of person that's going to be affected by the saturation. There's always room inside the field that you're trying to get into for someone like you. Every degree has produced millionaires, and most degrees have produced billionaires. So don't worry about unemployment rate, don't worry about saturation, don't even worry about the average income of whatever degree you're trying to get in. Because a safe route for someone like you, like a high achiever, is to take something like engineering, because you've got a guaranteed, cushy 200k job out of uni or, a few years into your career. But there's some guy who got rich off of figuring out the best way to build a picture frame. There's some guy who got rich figuring out the best way to cook a, lasagna or something like that. There's people who are rich in everything. So don't let unemployment or saturation be a consideration for you at all. Other people do need to, you don't. And don't think about whether it's going to get you rich or not either. That's a stupid idea to consider. Just figure out what you enjoy doing and what you're genuinely going to strive to achieve the most in. And also follow me for more.